Well, it's good to know there's a colectivo that goes that way, because if it starts raining later, I won't want to walk back. Now, I'm getting a late start. It's like 10:45 on Sunday, 17th of January 2021. But yesterday I felt sluggish, and today, I mean, I don't feel sick. I just feel, you know, a little tired. The 50s, you know, the 50s in the morning, as long as temperature rises, no problem. No problem. Because then you look at it as, okay, nice crisp air. But when it stays 50 all day, it just kind of wears you down. Especially when there's rain. So you can see there's a mountain there. And again, it's Sunday morning, late morning, and it's as quiet as a church mouse. So I've mapped it out. It's 2 miles to the waterfall, so I'm going to walk it. In addition, there's a hacienda that's recommended. So I'm tempted to do that on the way back, because if it's raining, then I'll do the hacienda, since it will have some indoor activity rather than waste. Okay, must be a politician. I gotta get off the street and onto the sidewalk. The only thing with the sidewalks is that the dogs do this, so you gotta really pay attention when you're on the sidewalks. There we go. How's that for a view? Huh? Gorgeous. Nice, clear morning. Love it. Well, it's a very pretty intersection. Got the mountains that direction. Got this interesting little church. Looks fairly new. And then we got a bunch of bikers. Hola! Buenos dias. Guy clapped to get attention. Oh, that's where I just came from. And when I was walking last night up to that church, when it turned to dark, you could feel that you were starting to walk up a hill. Didn't realize it was that big though, because you couldn't see it. Okay, so take a right turn here. I think if I go straight, it will take me to the mountain. That's called the Cerro Aca. It's cut off on the map. I think it's Aca Millen or something like that. And then I'm coming up to the, well, I must have just passed the Hacienda San Bartolo. Must be right here. Because, wow, doesn't really stand out. Right now it's a muddy mess. My feet are getting full of mud. Again, when you travel one backpack, you can only travel with limited gear unless you're going to some place for a while. Extremely enjoyable walk. That kid down there who's selling the alcohol, like it's a rompero, he said. It's like a mezcal. That's what it looks like, because they have different flavors. He had these, you know, you go to weddings or events and you see those stainless steel coffee holders. And I said, oh, do you have cafe? He said, si. I said, you have cafe americano? He goes, no. And as it turns out, he did have cafe americano, and so he gave me a cup, and he wouldn't take money for it. So he's a good salesman in that he probably thinks that there's a chance I'll stop and buy something on the way back. Hola. Yeah. And he's probably right. Although I'm not going to buy any alcohol. If he has anything else, I'll buy it. But, yeah, I'm not going to drink anything. I'll have alcohol once in a blue moon. House with a view up there, maybe. But look at this house. This house is gorgeous. Gorgeous. There's this guy who paints all these Disney photos, and they're always, or paintings, and they're always down by a river, and houses kind of look like that. Okay, this is the hotel I was supposed to stay at, and they gave their address as the hotel I'm staying at now. They're both Oyo hotels. Now, the advantage of this one is where I am, it's very peaceful, but it's close to the centro. I'm only I'm only about a kilometer from the central. This place is a good, oh boy, this is going to be 3 kilometers maybe 4 from the center, despite what their maps say, because their maps are wrong. So this one, you probably would have to take a taxi to this if you have a lot of bags, if you arrive into town on the bus. Carencia. I mean, it's very pretty, very nice. This one had like ratings. Now again, who knows which other people are talking about, but this had ratings of like 10.0. Oh, look at that view. I'm going to take a picture here. Yeah, my map on my phone is not working properly, so like anything, you never trust anything 100%. You use your common sense. If something doesn't look right, like you hear about these people, they're like, well, my GPS said to take a right, and I took a right, and they end up in a lake or going over a cliff. That happened to me in Croatia one time. I was driving on this road parallel to the highway, and it said take a left. And I was like, if I take a left, I'm going like 500 feet straight down, so not taking a left. Okay, this is the parking area. Now, it's Sunday, roughly noontime, maybe 11:30. I thought this place would be packed. Now, this is not the waterfall, but it said it was the parking. Aqueduct of some type. The birds are loving it. I suspect that parking I was in must be, there's some coffee, more coffee beans. And I don't know if this is tobacco or rubber or bananas. I just don't know these trees well enough. I'm sure it's, yeah, bananas. There they are, see? Nice. I love bananas. I really do. I could eat bananas every day. In fact, if I could do so without gaining weight, I would have bananas and pancakes and waffles and maple syrup and, yeah, delicious. With fruit and coffee and juice. And, yeah, nice. So what I was saying is I'll bet you that they just don't have enough people to go to an overflow lot. That would be my guess, that if anybody's coming, they're just driving down here. There is no signage at all about an entrance. Not yet anyways. Not anywhere. So I asked those 2 security guards or policemen, whatever they are, where the entrance is, and they pointed me down these stairs. See those guys over there? So, we will see. That big giant white pipe brings water down here into a hydroelectric system here. Yeah, I'll bet you somebody... See, the other thing that I'm always leery of is, you know, hey, if I was a Mexican, I might try it too, is, you know, you see some unsuspecting tourist, and you go up to them and say, hey, there'll be 20 pesos, please. And they're like, oh, okay, here. And then you get up and they're like, there'll be 20 pesos, please. And you're like, I just paid. They're like, no, you didn't. Uh-oh. This bridge, I just hope it holds me. Well, the good news is Mexico is the second fattest country in the world behind the United States. So hopefully they built this bridge with fatties in mind. Oh my God. Look at that thing. Look at this. Holy. I'm going to put my phones in my pocket in case I have to grab onto something. Wow. You know, I know people who bungee jumped off bridges like this. And look at this bridge. So I'm going to stay right on the center where the board is, so that all the weight's going on the main beam. Oh. Hopefully the camera's on. I can't tell because it's so sunny. Wow. Wow, look at that right there. Foot go through. Let me get off this thing. It's like, you know, I'm going to kill you, and then when you get them, you're like, you know why I'm going to kill you? And then, you know, Bruce Willis is like, ba-ba-ba-bum. You know, maybe you shouldn't talk, you should just shoot. I'm not afraid of heights, but they do have me pause because, you know, I don't have wings. Okay, I knew it was only a matter of time before somebody shook you down. Whether they are legitimate or not, they're asking for 10 pesos, 50 cents, so pay it and be on my way. If I want to see the waterfall. Just have to be very careful going down these steps. Some of them are extremely steep. And if you slip, you're going for a ride. That's why going down is always more difficult and more dangerous than going up. Yeah, going up you huff and you puff, but you fall, usually you fall a few inches or a few feet. Well, I guess they don't let you go down. I thought they did, because I've seen pictures of people online down in those rocks. Or maybe it used to allow it, but they closed it off. Huh, interesting. Yeah, it's pretty. Bigger than the one I found in Coatepec by about 100 feet. Well, that's the place that charged 10 pesos. And look at this tree, it's got growths all over it. I don't think I've ever seen a tree look like that before. That's the waterfall right through there. That's the pumping station, or the hydroelectric station. Not the pumping station. That's back where we came from. Yeah, I mean, if they charge like 100 pesos for this, it probably wouldn't be worth it. I'd probably find a different way to get downriver and come up. I know. 10 pesos is the right amount of extortion. This would be a good place to put a house. Una casa.
House, I built in a house in Xico Viejo. You know Xico Viejo?
Yeah, I was at a church. The church on the hill.
But Xico?
In Xico Viejo.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I built in a house in Xico Viejo. You can pass it.
How would you like to have this view from your house? Look at that. Wow.
Good place, no?
Yeah. Sound of water is very healthy, very relaxing.
Yeah. Pyramid.
What is it?
Pyramid.
Oh.
People say
there's if
that
you
was a pyramid.
So if you took the earth away, you'd find a pyramid.
Yeah. And some people go and they say,
yeah, you can go inside. Well,
yeah,
that's how.
You can go inside of the after up.
Well, in Belize, in Guatemala, and in Mexico, when you see the excavation photos, this is how pyramids look. They'll just look like a forest, right?
Okay.
You would never know they were there. You would never know they were there.
But if you see,
yeah,
you can
it's
see
absolutely.
how it is.
I'll bet you they're right.
And then, and the side up
Yep.
is plain.
Yep. Somebody will find out one day. They probably already know.
Ye shall believe on